Hey everybody, it's Brian Harris, and I'm just seeing some interesting things going on in the market. So right now, inventory is down. It's probably the lowest point since before the middle of last summer. So what's going on is buyer demand is up, and there's not enough new inventory coming to the market. So in a second here, I'm going to walk us through the stats here and show you through what's going on. But we're not seeing a lot in the media talking about this at the moment. So I think they're going to catch on to it eventually. But if you're thinking about buying, it's a good time to certainly consider pulling the trigger. Interest rates are down compared to where they were, and there's not. I mean, yes, buyer demand is up, but once we start hearing about it in the news, it's going to be this kind of crazy thing where we see multiple bids. So let me go here, plug us in here, show us the numbers, and if you have any questions, give me a call, 813-753-9424. So I'll see you guys later. Stay tuned, take a look. Bye. Okay, so let's start in Hillsborough County. So last week, well, I guess last 2 weeks because I was out traveling, I didn't account for last week's stats, but basically we've gone down. So total homes for sale last week was at 3,905, which is down from 2 weeks ago at 4,074. So it's not necessarily a big drop, but if you look at it considerably, it's going back. This is at its lowest point since probably the middle of the summer of last year. So we're talking, 7 months, lowest inventory. So that's quite a bit lower, which is going to be interesting to follow when we start looking at these stats a little bit further to kind of see what we've got. So 3,905 homes. 2 weeks ago it was at 4,074, then 4,149, 4,203. So you can see that the inventory has gone down. The contracts in the last week, it did fall a little bit last week, 518. But it was because it was 530 2 weeks ago, 505, and that was a big jump because at the end of December, early January, we were in that 220, 322, 288 pending. So there's a lot more action. There's more buyers out there looking to buy homes. So that's why we're seeing the total homes for sale starting to fall, because this number, the new listings, 402, it actually fell a little bit last week, but not much, and it's kind of in line with where we've been for the last several weeks. So 402 this week, 418 last 2 weeks ago, 404 the week prior, and then it was way down lower than that as we were finishing off the end of last year. So the big things to take away here: inventory is down, not enough new listings to market. There's more buyers out there, even though this is showing down. There's more buyers than there were previously, which should drive us to a point where we start to see prices go up. Maybe even some bidding wars as we head into later in the spring, partially because there's not enough inventory. Interest rates are falling, and there's just a lot of pent-up buyer demand. A lot of people held off when rates spiked up into the mid-sevens, and now that they're seeing rates starting to fall a little bit, they're like, hey, now's a good time to me to consider that. So that's kind of where we're at. Let's go over to the next one. Riverview. Kind of the same deal. It's at 470. It's down a little bit. We're going to see this trend here for total homes for sale, generally speaking, is going to be down this week, mostly because of this number. Contracts in the last week has really kind of ticked up, and it's also tied in conjunction to the new listings. So there's not enough new, more people are out buying, and we're just starting to see, and actually there's probably a fair amount of listings canceled or expiring just because of the timing of when the market started to just shift last year. If people are on that 6 month cycle, we're kind of falling into that. If they've overpriced it and they didn't want to adjust, we're sort of in that point now where there's going to be some listings that are going to be expiring. So most of the time these sellers are going to want to relist, and they'll probably be willing to relist with somebody that will help them see the right price point that they have to be at. So be on the lookout. There should be some more, hopefully some more new listings beyond just what people are looking to do each year. So review, same deal. Let's go to Brandon. Again, 153, which is down. Let's see, last week or 2 weeks ago it was at 188, and then 185. So it's down considerably. New listings is actually up, but 14 is not a ton. Well, and contracts pending 24 was down, but let's see, Brandon 24 pending was 27 the week prior, so 24 the week even before that. So it's pretty level. If we go over to Wesley Chapel, so inventory again less, 407, and And again, new listings, contracts pendings are up, new listings are down. Where were we at last week? Wesley Chapel was at 466, 458, 484, 448. So quite a bit. This is actually a really low number for Wesley Chapel. Again, a lot of people are looking to buy. New listings down. So that's the trend. You can see it in Valrico. I'll go slow. I'm not going to harp on each one of these numbers again. 142, 32, 7, 25. You see the same in Sefner. Moore and Lithia, which is Fishhawk and surrounding areas. 102 and 11 pending. New listings down. Same deal. And notice the price adjustments. I didn't really harp on this. I didn't talk on that set. Generally speaking, these we see price adjustments. They are going to be lowering, but not always the case. I don't account for that. I just say price adjustments, and then basing on how the market shifts, I can kind of talk to those things. But you see, up. This one's down in Wesley Chapel. Up, down across the county. So thing to keep an eye on as well is see if there's price adjustments, if they make a difference, because fewer homes, you might start to see fewer adjustments. If prices start to rise, things are going to certainly look a little different. So that's it for this week. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to chat and kind of talk about your particular house and see where it sits. And I'm happy to do a sit down and do a free consultation for you, just to kind of give you an idea of what I would expect the value to be, what it might sell for, and just see if that would make sense, if that's what you're looking to do. There is plenty of, I mean, just in Hillsborough County alone, you can see that there's 3,900 houses. So there's a lot of houses out there. It's just tighter than, people might hope. So that's it. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.